name's Dave Schneider. I am one of the co-founders of Ninja Outreach. So I'm sure most people are familiar with websites. They use them for their business, and you need to get traffic to those websites, right? Because if you don't get traffic, a lot of times it's difficult to make sales on that website, whether e-commerce site or sell products, or you get trial signups for your SaaS company. But getting traffic is hard. It's pretty hard if you've ever tried to do it. And my tool, or our tool, Ninja Outreach, helps with that. It's an influencer marketing software. Now, that usually leads to the next question is, what is influencer marketing? And if you can think of traffic generation as this big whole circle, influencer marketing is a sliver of traffic generation, by which you're connecting with online influencers like bloggers, social media influencers, other just sort of important individuals online, and leveraging the audience that they've already built up to then basically get an audience for you and your app that maybe you just launched or something like that. So how do we go about doing that? Well, that's just really the demo. So I will show off the tool a little bit here by doing Alt-Tab and then opening up this tool. And here we are in the application, so everyone can see that. What we've effectively done is built a large database of influencers of about 4 million people that you can search through with a keyword. So, for example, if I was looking for a vegan food blogger, for example, because I sell some sort of vegan product that I'm looking to connect with, run the search, and it's going to pull up results for me. If you're a marketer, you will probably understand some of these metrics that we have here: page rank, domain authority, things like that. These are inbound marketing metrics. I wouldn't necessarily expect everyone to kind of understand, but what it allows you to do is sort of judge whether this influencer is going to be a good fit for your product. Do they have enough traffic? Do they have enough engagement, contact information, things like that? So at the lowest level, we have a search tool, basically, right? I can take these results, searching through the 4 million or so that we have, and add them into a list, like a CRM. So, for example, I could hit the plus button here and save this guy to a list, or I could hit the save all button and save them all to a list. And now we essentially have a CRM, which in the list management tab is where I store all the bloggers that I'm basically looking to work with. Descriptions, tagging, clients, permissions, import, export, all the basic CRM type functionality. When you get a little bit more into it, in sort of the more advanced CRM features, it's about managing the relationships with these bloggers. So again, if you're a marketer and you're doing an outreach campaign, you're looking to get guest posts on somebody's website or product reviews or things like that, you have all your influencers in this personal database of yours. You can manage the relationships, find out kind of where you're at with them, what types of emails have you been sending, have you written any notes on them to your team, RSS feed, things like that. And finally, you can actually do outreach from within the software. So you can do an email campaign from within the software, which makes it really the full suite of searching for bloggers, organizing them into a CRM, and then emailing them. It's the outreach campaign all in one tool. And that is done firstly by a Manage Templates tab, where I create custom templates with custom fields, and they fill with the data that we have. And then this little thing we call outreach mode, which is basically where you would load a list that you have, and then you would select a contact, and then you would load a template. Unfortunately, this template is going to look kind of junky right now because I didn't integrate my Gmail on this computer, but normally it just stripped the plain text. And then I would send and go to the next contact, and literally within minutes you could be contacting bloggers, doing your outreach campaign. Now, I guess the last thing is really, well, why would I want to do that? And the answer maybe you don't, to be honest. Blogger outreach is not necessarily for everybody. It's a specific realm of traffic generation. But we're a B2B SaaS company, and for us, for example, I'm going to do the Alt-Tab here back to this presentation. Is that it? Right? Which one is it? Sorry. Here we are. So for us, we've been using this for our way of generating traffic to our website. Basically, quadruple our traffic in the last 8 months, and for us has resulted in a large sign-up growth. When we first started, launched our tool, we were getting 7 sign-ups a day. Now we get per week. Now we get 70. We do it all through blogger outreach and influencer marketing. We don't spend a dime to do it. So that's Ninja Outreach. That's the tool. We have about 150 paying customers and been growing about 50% month over month. And we think influencer marketing is kind of the traffic generation that a lot of companies should be looking at. Thank you. Questions?
What's the price for your product?
Yeah, so 4 pricing tiers, lowest is $19 a month, highest right now is $149 a month. So it's a very affordable marketing tool in its space. Other questions?
What determines the tiers?
Tiers are basically by usage, so how many bloggers are you looking to connect with, how many are you looking to store in your database.
How do you grow your blogger list?
We have a spider that basically crawls the web. We also have Twitter and Instagram where we connect with their APIs. I should mention that it isn't really, we advertise it as blogger outreach, but really you can do lead generation. I could have searched for CEO of a SaaS company. I could find them as well. It's really any type of prospecting and outreach that you might be doing. So we have a sales team running direct email marketing campaigns, and then we have people like direct digital marketing agencies running blogger outreach campaigns. Other questions?
Are there ways for the influencers to opt out of being contacted, or what kind of spam protections do you have?
No, there's no way for influencers to opt out of being contacted. So the way that we do it is we crawl the web and we organize them in a database. Everything that we access is public information. It's not a marketplace where influencers sign up to be contacted. You can do those things, you'll pay a lot more for them basically, and you'll have less selection because creating a double-sided marketplace with 4 million people, it just isn't going to happen. We tell all users to abide by Can Spam Act when they do a direct email campaign. But in most cases, you really have to understand that bloggers want to be contacted. They're looking to work with brands because they have an audience, they don't have a product, they need something to sell to that audience. So for them, it's a way to monetize. Other questions? Well,
Just follow up on the tiers thing. Based on the number of outgoing emails you send, for example, or
no, it's based on the number of contacts that you store. So if I create a list and it's got 10 people or something, I'm on the lowest tier. But as I get to maybe 1,000 or 5,000, users stored in my list, I go up to another tier. Also, depending on how many users are using the software. So we have team collaboration where you and your team members could be using the tool at the same time, leveraging the same list. If you want more users on the account, you pay more.
How do you keep your list up to date? I mean, if a blogger stops blogging.
We have, basically a series of spiders that are basically crawling the web. So we crawl for new sites, and then we crawl the sites that we basically already have in our database, and we kind of QA against that.
how do you categorize the subject that bloggers are blogging about?
We look for certain things like, we search for articles, basically, so article title, article description, meta description, these are kind of like metadata that the bloggers define themselves by, or their Twitter bio or things like that. That's where the keyword really kind of comes in. It's all keyword based. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have an API or a plan for another app to use your tool?
Not yet.
How do you actually determine if they're influential? People pay for hit content at the moment.
Sure. So basically, what we kind of build the whole database for you to search through, and we tag individuals that we believe are influencers based on an in-house algorithm that has to do with their follower count, engagement, traffic, things like that. We pull from a variety of APIs as well to kind of build our own database. So, the term influencer is somewhat arbitrary, but there are at least metrics that you can go by. This person has influence. Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a nonprofit, contact me. We can probably set you up a free account.
How did you get started?
We started last year in July. I guess I'm a digital marketer by trade. I was doing outreach campaigns, and I said, this sort of going through Google and trying to find everybody's contact information and find the bloggers only to find out that they weren't really relevant was extremely tedious. We looked at the other tools in the market. We saw a gap. Nobody was really doing prospecting, CRM, outreach, all in one tool. You'd have a guy that was doing prospecting and then another tool that was doing outreach. The costs just add up tremendously. This is extremely affordable. So we basically, myself and 2 partners got together, started building the tool, launched in January, and growing since. Okay. Thank you for your time.